Greetings, my friends. This is Maerlande.
And I'm Comet.
We're going to do once more a beginner series of Dominions 5. We tried this before, and due to a move and some other complications, we had some trouble.
Yep. Didn't really work out.
Not terribly, but we've got a new setup, new computer, and here we go. So we're going to play a little hot seat game, the two of us. So first off, we want to create a world.
Okay.
Create a world meaning, like, let's pick a map.
Yeah.
Now, what have we got here for choices? Pelawir is kind of a nice map.
Okay, looks...
And notice it's got about 130 land provinces and 17 sea. So a good game's usually about 15 provinces a player. Mm-hmm. So we divide that, that's about 150, so we can have about 10 players. So the two of us and 8 AIs.
Okay.
Sounds good?
Sounds good.
Okay. We'll get a little preview of the map here when you click it.
I just clicked it. Ooh, that's pretty.
Yeah, it's quite a nice
Look
map.
how pretty they made the maps.
Mm-hmm.
Or I think they're actually the same as they used to be.
Actually, this is a map made by Primus.
Oh, really?
Yeah, he's a fan and a modder and a map maker. It's not made by Ilwinter.
Oh, do they make stock maps or?
They do, yeah. Christopher, the main guy, makes a lot of maps, so let's give it a game name.
What do you think we should call it?
Well, we called the other one Comet and Mare, so why don't we go Comet and Mare?
Yep.
And you better do a 2. Oh, no, there we go.
Yeah, that's alright.
Now, we've talked about this when we played before a few times, and nothing's changed from Dominions 4, but I know you kind of like the Frost Giants.
Yeah.
Okay, well, let's play Early Ages and play the classic Frost Giants. And then here we get to select who's playing and what. So we need 2 human players.
Yep.
Exactly. And then go to the nation. And for you, pick Niefelheim.
Niefelheim, there it is.
Mm-hmm. And let's see, for me, I'm going to try something fairly simple, but maybe something I haven't done a lot of. What do I want to try out? I don't want to get too weird because I don't want to spend a huge amount of time on it. Actually, you know what? I think I'm going to go for Vanheim.
Vanheim.
Yeah, and that's the human size, one of the other Norse mythological groups.
Yeah. Yeah, we're doing all Norse today.
Yeah. So then, now, here's a quick neat trick.
Yeah.
The N key adds new players.
Oh.
Oh, but hold on. Before you do that, change the AI
Oh, yeah. We don't want
to go to normal. And then, when you hit N, it'll keep the same setting. So we're at 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10.
10.
Yeah. Good?
Okay.
Sounds good. We're not going to play a disciple game just because it's added complexity and we're actually just trying to work through the basics.
Should we worry about AI type or does it matter?
No, I don't think we care about that.
Yeah, I imagine we don't.
No. We start the game.
Yeah, there we go.
So I'm up first. Okay, I'll grab the mouse. Now, I know I'm going to do something really kind of crazy simple, but Vanheim, if we have a look, there's a basic scout. The Vanhurst is a simple air mage. Yeah.
Ooh.
And they've got sailing. Glamour is neat. Do you remember Glamour from Dominions 4?
I don't, actually.
Well, on the battle map, the guy shows up as 3 semi-invisible variations of himself.
Oh.
So when somebody tries to hit you, they actually don't know which of you is which. So the first few hits can actually completely miss until the glamour goes away.
Oh, that's cool.
They're also stealthy. So one of the clinchers with Vanheim is sneaky, stealthy, blessed guys.
A little strange. They're stealthy, but they're bright yellow.
Yeah.
That's
The bright white horses?
Or they're bright yellow and there was a bit of yellow on them.
Oh,
they're
okay.
bright yellow and white, so
And then the Vanjarl is their standard commander, available everywhere. I think you notice down there, can only be recruited in the capital, so the Vanadrot's the heavy duty, 3 air magic and extra holy, and then randoms. So some interesting randoms, a touch of earth and death, but mostly it's air and blood magic. And then they've got the Smiths. So the Smiths have a nice bonus Mastersmith, which I believe allows them to make things one level higher for their magic ability. Not cheaper, but so he can effectively make things that are an Earth 3. That's Earth Magic 2 there. Mm-hmm. And then he's got randoms. Randoms, I mean, you and I have talked about this before. You know how the randoms work. Every time you buy one, you get one of those levels, 100% chance. So if you were to buy 4 of these Earthsmiths, you'd expect statistically that you'd have one with fire, one with air, one with extra earth, and one with death.
Okay.
You can't be totally sure. And then every 1 in 10 gets an extra something. So there's a way to calculate the probabilities and figure out, you know, if I buy 100 of Earthsmiths or Mastersmiths, Dwarvensmiths, how many will I get that have Earth 4 or so on. Mm-hmm. We're not going to spend a ton of time with that. But we've looked over, we've seen that we've got Sacred Cavalry. These guys their Smiths are not sacred. So for troops, Surf Warriors, pretty basic. Huskarls, they're pretty good. They're glamored and stealthy.
Oh, yeah.
But they're not sacred. They're a good troop. Mm-hmm. The glamour makes a big difference.
Some decent strength and protection.
Yep, they do. Not bad on the protection. The glamour also helps with that. They've got really good magic resistance. Excellent attack and defense skill. Like really good. And fairly good damage. So they're a very solid. Plus, Javelins, I quite like. If you have a look here, the range is 11, not a heck of a lot.
Yep.
But you get 2 shots, so basically you get a decent chance to do some damage before you go into melee.
Yep, so
they're pretty solid. Then got the Housecarl with an axe instead, just a little bit heavier damage.
It's pretty much the same.
Mm-hmm. The Herdman, I can't remember. They're pretty basic.
Yeah, they just got a broadsword.
A little more expensive.
Guess I got the same abilities.
Mm-hmm. Vanheim is your first sacred. So this is where things get pretty worthwhile to go for a bless. Now, we've played enough. You know what sacred means.
Yeah.
Maybe for people that are new, it means that these are troops that can get a bless, and the bless comes from how you build your pretender god, which we're going to get to. But some things to look at here. Again, stealthy. Again, glamour. Berserkers, that means if they get damaged, they get tougher. A lot. Yeah. Seriously tougher. Like, I think they get +5 attack and +5 strength. And this, they could use double weapons. These guys are like the Gitsu knife of chopping everything to pieces. Huh. I mean, they're hitting 2 times each round.
Oh,
so they cut stuff.
Pretty good.
Mm-hmm. Then the mounted herdmen, they're not sacred. And then the boars, if I remember right, they're not sacred either, but they trample. Now, trample is a funny thing. Do you remember how trample works?
I don't actually.
Okay, well, the idea with trample is if you're bigger than the other guy, you can run over top of him, does a lot of fatigue damage, or fatigue to you, but you do automatic damage when you run over him.
Oh.
And then you do that, though, instead of attacking with your weapon. But you have to be bigger. So then what really matters is you got to look here at the size. So size 2 is ordinary human infantry. Size 1 are little monkeys and things like that.
Yeah.
Size 3 is cavalry. So these boars can run over humans, infantry, and smaller, but they can't trample over cavalry. Okay? And then, supply bonus. So every single one of them provides supplies? Huh. That's kind of wild. I guess you can eat them. They're immortal. I forgot about that. So if they're immortal, that means if they're killed, they show back up at the capital, or where they came from. But they're capital only. I think you might have noticed that. So I'm going to go with a bless, and to make things fairly simple, I'm going to go with a good old classic quickness bless, which is always really good for Vanheim because they're already speedy. So the quickness bless, what I need is somebody with lots of water magic. And I suspect let's see, what about the father? I don't think any of the mortal. The immobiles are relatively cheap, but that's... Now, when you're trying to get a bless based on a specific path of magic, and quickness is for water, you want to buy your pretender with the highest amount of that you can get away with, because the costs of more magic go up by a geometric factor. I'm not going to try to explain that in detail, but we're trying to see the cheapest guy with high water. And so far,
I have
no
a feeling
water.
The fountain.
The blood fountain? No.
Fountain of blood. No, none of them have
it's
water.
only blood. So we're looking probably at the Father of Winters. He's a 2. If I want to do quickness. What about the Asinja? No. Earth Mother is earth and nature. What about the All Father? No, no water. I mean, I could do a different bless. Keeper of the Bridge. No, no water. What does that say? Devies? I can't quite read that.
It says Daves.
Daves. Oh, okay. Deves or
Or
Daves.
Deves or Daves.
The Asinja. No,
I think
she
we
doesn't
won.
have. It's looking at it. Oh, the Demi-Lich. He's just a pile of bones. But
he is?
Yeah. He's a pile of bones. He can't move. But he's death magic. So my only other choice, it's either the Frost Father or maybe one of these dragons.
That guy's got 1.
1, not bad. He's 210. Okay. And the Frost Father is 240. So the extra point will probably compensate for the cost. The Ormer, well, he's pretty cheap.
Yeah, he's pretty cheap, and he's about the same as the other dragon.
And he's a 1. I know the Son of Fenrir is not. Oh, he has water magic. He's really cheap. And he's not bad. He's got fear.
He could probably fight for you.
He could probably fight. Yeah, potentially.
He's got 122 hit points. Yeah, he could fight.
Not bad. That might be a possibility. The Earth Serpent, I know, doesn't have water magic. So then it's a Water Drake, the dragon. But they're expensive, 220. Well, okay, I got either. Let's see what the Ormer's got for abilities: regeneration, swimming, poison resistant, lots of fear. So it's looking to me like it might be a choice between the Ormer and the Son of Fenrir.
The Son of Fenrir has almost everything that the Ormer has, except
It
for
does.
regeneration.
Yeah, but we could give him a little bit of nature magic so he could at least cast the regeneration spell. Now I could go a really heavy blast. One thing about Dominions 5 that's different than Dominions 4 is most of the high-powered blesses, the god has to be awake. So you remember you can go dormant and in prison to get more points? Well, that doesn't work if you want to fight with blessed troops at the beginning.
Oh, but that guy's pretty cheap, so you could make him awake.
Yeah. Well, I'm going awake. I definitely want to go awake.
You're doing the Ormer?
Oh, but the difference is, with him I could get a little bit of Earth Bless, or with the Son of Fenrir... Oops, sorry, I just about screwed that up. The Son of Fenrir, I could get a little bit of Nature Bless. I can't remember to get blesses at all, you've got to buy at least 4 points. So let's have a look at what I can get for nature in the inexpensive 4 points. Resilient. That gives them extra hit points. Not bad. Force survival. But to get regeneration, I go way up there. Recuperation is 5. Well, that allows you to not get afflictions or to recover from them. That's pretty good. I wonder if I can afford 5. And then I got to go up here. And if I'm going to go quickness, how far do I have to go? Do I have to go to 9 or 10? I don't remember. Quickness is 10. Ooh. Boy, this is an expensive blast. Whoa. Minus 165. I'm going to have to really trash my scales. But you know what? This is a fun play around game, so I'm going to try this. I'm going to go for recuperation and quickness. That's going to make my sacreds incredibly tough. I'm going to go... I think I can afford to drop a little bit of productivity, which will lower my resources. I'm going to go as much cold as I can get off. Oh, and I'm at 5 points now, so I got to buy.
They're cold resistant, so I think it's okay if you...
Yeah, I think that's going to work. Oh boy, this is not going to be easy. That's an expensive restaurant. I'm going to have to go with... I'm going to go all the way Turmoil. Turmoil, you can see the effects. You lose some money, and you also get more events. So I'm going to go with a bit of luck. I don't really want to go for... I wonder if I can get away with a little bit more. Oh, you know what? I think I'm going to have to go a little bit of drain and a little more drop here in productivity. Buying troops costs the three things: recruitment points, gold, and resources.
Okay.
And each one's a little different. I'm gonna go for more luck. I'm just gonna hope that works out okay. I wish I could bump up to 5, but I can't. Oh, 4 is awfully low. I really do need to bring this up a little bit higher. What else can I drop? Oh, okay, 6. Okay, well, so magic and drain affects how much you research. Every point lowers your research. I know that Vanheim has terrible research at the best of times. So, I don't know. This is a little crazy, a little expensive, but I'm going to try it.
Okay.
All right.
Let's do it.
So, oh, that's not a bad name. I don't know if I can think of a smarter name at the moment.
Ingvefrage. Or however you're supposed to pronounce it.
Ingvefrage? Ingvefrage? Maybe. That sounds
Pretty
a little
sure,
bit Swedish. What do you think?
I study French. It's close enough.
Should I, or should I give him a new name? Something silly.
Go ahead.
Bob's your uncle?
Yeah.
No, he's a dog.
Oh,
Dog meat.
Yeah, that's a good name. Oh, I spelled that wrong.
I guess that's a little shout out to Fallout here.
All praise dog meat, the wise and powerful.
Exactly. Okay, now it's your turn. But we were talking about let's break our video up.
Yep.
So, folks, we'll be right back. We're going to finish this one up, do our edits, and publish.
Yep.
We should have the other one up in a day or so.
Right, well, see you later, I guess.
Bye-bye.